Welcome to Saving Us, where we discuss relationships in marriage, family, and beyond. Relationships are hard work and should be a priority. These discussions are here to help you navigate the waters of insecurity and frustration and hopefully guide you to a place of peaceful fulfillment in your own relationships. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Saving Us. This is episode 5 of season 2, where we talk about whatever we want to talk about. So today we got some interesting stuff going on. First of all, how are you?
Doing all right.
Doing all right.
Making it.
Glad about it. I'm glad about it. And how are you out there? We hope you're doing all right too. Well, we have different segments of Saving Us, and our first segment is our positive word of the day, and mine is jocularity.
How many what's?
Jocularity. It means the quality of being laughable or comical.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Jocularity. Okay.
That's what jocularity is.
Being laughable or comical.
Or comical. The quality of being laughable or comical.
I would have to figure out how to use that in a sentence.
Right. Maybe. Okay. Let's see.
Jocularity. I don't know. You have to figure that out. I mean, is it a noun?
I believe it is. Let's see. I believe it is a noun.
She's going to look it up. Jocularity. I tell you what, while you're doing yours, I'll wait for mine because you may have something to say about my word.
I think it is a noun, though. Jocularity, because it's the quality.
It's the quality of being laughable. Jocularity. So you have a certain jocularity. I don't know. Jocularity
is a noun. Yes. It is.
Okay. You should ask him to use it in a sentence.
Okay, let's see.
We'll say...
No, we can do it. We can do it. We're educated people. Let's see.
We've been to college. Kevin Hart has a certain jocularity.
There you go. I was going to say something about a movie. Yes. The movie had great. We
can say jocularity. You can't say great.
You can't say great. Great. The movie had great jocularity.
Aha.
Maybe.
The movie had great jocularity. Okay, that's good. I like it. We worked our way through that one.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
hopefully good. We're jocular today. Jocular? Is it jocular? Let me see.
Maybe.
Jocular. I'm better.
Yeah.
Jocular.
I think it's jocular.
Jocular, yeah.
Jocularity.
Yeah. Cool. You're jocular.
I am.
You try to be.
Because I have dad jokes.
Yeah, that's true. He has them.
My word is phenomenology.
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 Tell us what phenomenology means.
Well, it means, what it is the philosophical study of observed unusual behavior or people or events as they appear without any further study or explanation. For example, because I know you're going to ask, what kind of example do you have? Mm-hmm. Like the aurora borealis, which some call the northern lights, is really phenomenal because really we don't know what causes it. I mean, I guess scientists know kind of what causes it, but it's still, phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But I'm more interested in that study, how it's applied to people. People can be phenomenal.
Not nature, but people. Yeah, I think of nature when I think of phenomena, but okay.
Nature as well, you know. It's kind of like you were saying earlier about, a plant. Mm-hmm. What were you saying, how...
what happens. That a seed dies and that roots form and a shoot and leaves and a flower or seed or, food or whatever comes from the plant. So what happens, but you really don't know how it happens. You don't know what makes the seed die. You don't know, actually how a root is formed. You don't know how.
You don't really know. Not really. You can just say, who really is an expert at the art of phenomenology?
Who is that?
Kids. Young kids.
Okay.
Want to know why I say that?
Why?
Because of that word right there that you just said. Why?
Why?
Because they will say why 200 times until you can't explain no more. You just be like, I don't know.
Right.
See, that's phenomenology.
The study of I don't know.
It's a study of I don't know. Exactly. They ask you where babies come from, and you can explain, and you can talk about the seed and the egg, and they'll say, why? Why does that happen? Well, because the seed goes in the egg. Well, why? How does that, what happens then? Right. I don't know. You're going to get to I don't know.
Yeah.
Phenomenology. There you go.
Just because. That's how it's made. Just because. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
So we know what. We don't know how, though. How does that? We don't know.
We don't know. There you go.
All right. I like it. I like it. Okay. You want to do topic or you want to do accountability segment?
Let's do accountability first and get that over with.
Okay. So we have to be accountable for our health habits, I should say, health habits. Mm-hmm. In this wonderful age of COVID. It's a wonderful life. It is. It's a wonderful life. And have you all noticed, all of you who are mask wearers, that you have not gotten sick with colds, regular colds, or flu nearly as much this year as previous years when we did not wear masks or probably didn't wash our hands as often as we should.
True.
So, for everybody who's complaining about wearing the mask, just think of how healthy you are, those of you who didn't catch COVID, how healthy you have been this year in comparison to previous years.
This is true.
And your kids too. So COVID may have cost you, prevented you from spending money on doctors and medicines that you usually spend money on.
Yeah, there you go. Look for the positive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look for the positive in the experience,
Yeah.
Keep going. Okay, so health habits. How have you been doing with your health habits?
Well, fair.
Fair?
Well, fair. But told you I got dad jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I actually have been doing really well, and so much fewer slip ups than I have had. Actually, with what I'm doing, you really don't slip up.
Right.
It's So anyway, I've been doing good. I came down like 12 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I went back up 2 or 3 or 4 pounds, and then I've kind of stayed there, kind of been fluctuating. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but what I'm told is your body adjusts a lot of times when you lose a certain amount of weight to that new weight, and that's good, and it gets used to that. And then you go down again, and over time, your body normalizes the weight that you're at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
That's what I've been told. Instead of just losing a bunch, losing 30 pounds, that's why you gain it all back, because your body's is saying that's not our weight. Right. If you weigh 200 pounds and you go down to 170 in a week and a half, your body's saying that's not our weight. Our weight is 200, so we going back to that.
Right.
So it's going to do whatever it can to get. But if you do it slowly and adjust, lose 5 or 6 or 7 pounds and then stay there for a minute, your body's like, okay, we cool here. Then you lose a few more pounds and then stay there. Your body's like, okay, I'm cool here. Like
so
that.
The thing you have to do really, I think, is you have to switch up. So like when you plateau, you're going to have to make a change to come down some more. You know what I'm saying? So something's going to have to change again to get your body to start losing again.
Right.
In your plateau.
But not drastic.
No, yeah, not drastic, but you have to make some kind of change to get your body to go down more,
Yeah. So, I've been doing well.
Good. Me too. I've been doing, I think I've been doing pretty good, especially with everything going on with me. I mentioned the last time we were here about giving up crackers and crackery things, doughy things for Lent. And so I have stuck with that. I have gone to my snack cabinet several times and just looked and said, okay, we're not doing that. We're closing the door. And so I've been able to do that. I've lost a few pounds. I wouldn't call it significant. I'm not where I want to be, so there you go.
Yeah.
But
not where you used to be.
But I think I'm doing okay. I would like to come down a size, and if I want it bad enough, I'll do it.
You will.
But I think I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to give myself some grace right now. Yeah. I'm doing good.
All right. Why do you want to come down a size?
Because I'm too fat.
You think you're too fat?
Yes. My belly is too big.
Well, she doesn't have a big belly,
and
y'all. I'm
other
trying to tell
dogs
you.
of me. Too big.
So I don't know what to say.
Yeah. So
You look fine to me.
yeah, I mean, with my age, I always think with my age, I don't want to be too small because older people look better with more weight on them, in my opinion.
You look kind of sickly.
Yeah, when you get older and you get too skinny, you're like, something wrong. You need some meat. You need some meat. So I don't want to get too thin, but I would like to come down one size.
How's your not no meat, but how's your
less meat eating?
Yes.
I'll tell you, I ate. The other day I made a meatloaf. And so I ate a little bit of it the next morning. Like maybe a forkful, 2 forkfuls. My stomach said, no ma'am. This is not what we're doing. This is terrible. I got sick really about an hour or 2 later. So I was like, I won't be doing that again. Yeah, so my body's adjusting to that very well.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Well, there you go. But you can't even eat chicken? I mean, come on, girl.
I can.
Chicken?
I just don't crave it.
Chicken is...
I can. And guys, this is the kind of meat that I want to eat. Processed sausage.
Oh, you want to eat, yeah.
Yes. When I crave meat, that's what I'm craving. Sausage, brats, that kind of meat. Do I get sick when I eat it? No. It goes down, stay down, tastes good. That's probably the worst meat for you.
Well, it's about to be grilling time, so I'm just saying.
I don't know what I can eat that meat and not it don't bother me. Probably because it's so processed. I don't know. But
we'll grill you some fish. How's that?
Yeah.
You can still eat fish, right?
Yeah, I like fish.
You don't consider that meat?
Yes, but I eat it.
Okay.
I do. Yes, I probably will never be vegan, where you just only eat plants or plant-based things. I'll probably
because
never
you like
do
eggs.
That. Yeah, I eat a lot of eggs, a lot of I eat not a lot of butter, but I do cook with butter. Eat eggs. I eat cheese. So I would not be vegan. No, I can't say I would not be. If I tasted vegan cheese and liked it, I'd probably try. But then I think, well, that's processed,
right?
Because it's not cheese.
Yeah.
It's not natural. So why would I choose that over whatever is natural?
Exactly.
So, I don't see the point. I mean, I guess some people are just like, because there's no animals involved. Because some people are vegan because they don't want to harm animals and don't want to see animals die so that we can eat. But I don't care that much.
Right.
I just don't eat stuff that makes me feel bad.
Yeah. Speaking of eating, very good friend and person I look up to of mine told me, because I've noticed I've been doing it, clearing my throat a lot, that I should have brought it. I should have had it. Wallabies licorice. I have some.
Yeah, it's all the black licorice?
Yeah.
That's yours?
Yes.
I thought it was mom's.
No, that's mine. I got that.
You like black licorice?
Well, I didn't say I like it, but Grandpa Deckard. Check out the Grandpa Deckard show on YouTube. Look it up. It's very, very good. He told me that helps with
phlegm?
Yeah, with having to clear your throat.
Really?
So maybe
it is medicinal. I didn't know that. I didn't know exactly what it does, but I knew you could use it for some kind of
there you go
health benefit.
So I have some. Now I just have to use it.
Now, how often are you supposed to chew it?
Well, he just said break off a little piece and just kind of suck on it maybe a half an hour before you speak, before you do a video, before I preach or whatever, or speak.
Very nice.
Yes. So I remember that. I just haven't done it yet. I will do it next time.
Take a shot of vinegar to clear you up too.
Shot of vinegar.
Yes.
That's
the kind of stuff I do.
In some greens.
Nah.
I'll take a shot of vinegar over
some water.
French fries from the fair. All right.
It clear you all up. All right.
What's our topic today?
Our topic is coincidences versus God moments. What do you believe? Do you believe in coincidences? Or do you think all coincidences are actually God moments?
Well,
what do you think?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I mean, that's pretty egregious. Well, not egregious, because egregious, I guess, could be bad, and this doesn't have to be bad. But that's pretty general.
To say, are all coincidences God moments?
Yeah.
So how do you define a coincidence?
I don't know. You came up with it.
To me, a coincidence is like if you're thinking of something and then it happens. Like if you
Really?
think, yeah, that's a coincidence to me. Like I was thinking of a
Okay.
person or whatever, and then they call you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a coincidence. Like,
Right. Well, it's defined as a remarkable concurrence of events or circumstances without apparent causal connection. So it's just what you just said.
yeah.
You just, you went right to the, what does it really mean? Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be remarkable. I mean, it's remarkable.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be remarkable, right? I wouldn't think. People, I don't think, define coincidence as always remarkable.
Remarkable, yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
I came home from work and I was craving,
Whatever, and then somebody was cooking it when you came home.
Exactly.
Like, wow.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Yeah.
So you know what? Thinking of it that way, I do believe that, all or most all, if not all, everything has a purpose. I do believe in purpose. I believe in that. Obviously, believe in God. That would be kind of weird if I didn't, being a pastor. But so I do believe in purpose. I do believe in providence. But I do also believe that because there are choices we make. So believing in God, I believe He knows what choices we're going to make. So that's how He's omnipotent. But at the same time, we don't know the choices we're going to make.
Yeah.
So we make them. So it may be a coincidence. I don't think everything. Well, it depends on what you define as God moment too. I mean, because what does that mean? I mean, God knew. I know how Christians a lot of times define God moments. We get real spiritual, like, oh, that was a God moment, And I know she's looking at me weird, but I think Christians, we are weird sometimes. But anyway, it all depends on how you define God moment. Is anything that happens a God moment, or is it only something positive that's a God moment? What if something happens that we feel like it's a bad thing, but like you're talking about COVID. See, I'm a person that personally I don't believe that. God has done it before, but I don't believe COVID, was like a punishment. Now, a lot of people probably believe that. You're welcome to disagree with me. That is fine. But people, I don't necessarily believe that COVID was a punishment on America or whatever, or the world, from God. I mean, it could be it's a what do you call it? Result. It could be a result of sin, negligence, and all that. But I don't believe God said, I'm going to put COVID like He did the Egyptians. I'm going to bring plagues. That's just me. So having said all that and rambled about all of that.
So you believe COVID is a coincidence?
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's a result. I think there's causation.
Okay.
But I don't know if I would call it a God moment. So coincidence or God moment, there could be just cause and effect.
Okay.
So I think there are a lot of things that are cause and effect.
Okay.
So saying that, I don't believe that every coincidence is a God moment. Do I? No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Every coincidence. Okay, let me say it this way. Let me say this. I don't believe every cause and effect is a God moment. I believe cause and effect can just be cause and effect.
Consequences or rewards for whatever decisions you make.
Right.
Okay.
You do this, just like you eat less,
right? You
lose a little weight.
Right.
That's not necessarily a God moment. That's just cause and effect.
Right.
Right. But when you talk about coincidences, now, okay, so I've talked all the way around. I'll say this and you can talk, so we won't take too much more time. No, I do not believe every coincidence is a God moment, and here's why. Because I believe there are times when you, like we just said, I'm craving something at work. I was like, oh man, or you were at work and you said, man, it would be nice to have some kind of sauteed vegetables. And you came home and I had, cooked peppers and onions and sauteed them. That's a coincidence. Well, I don't know that that's a God moment. Like I said, it all depends on how you define a God moment.
Right.
We can try. We tried that. Christians try to make everything into some sort of theological thing. we do have a habit of doing that. But so I think there are times like that when the coincidences may not be a God moment. But then I think there are other times when we think there are coincidences and they really are God moments.
Okay.
So I don't know. I haven't talked a lot.
So I think a coincidence is something like, okay, like one time we went to Disney World and
that was years ago.
Yeah, we lived in a small town. And then at Disney World, we saw people from our same small town. And I thought, look at that. They're here the same. Now, it was spring break, I think. Or it might have been in the summer. I don't remember if it was spring break or in the summer. But I think it was in the summer because I think it was right after Vacation Bible School because that's how I knew people
really?
was from Vacation Bible School.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's how I knew who they were from Vacation Bible School. And I thought, that's something that they're here the same time we are. So I think that would be a coincidence, because you just see them randomly someplace that you are. And you're like, oh wow, let's go.
Right.
From the same small town, to do this. But
what do you think would be a God moment then? People.
I think, I can only give examples about my life.
There you go.
So I would think a God moment for me was how I went to graduate school. Yeah, how I ended up going to graduate school in Bloomington. I did research on a opera star, Marian Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I was enamored with her story. I wrote her a letter. She was still living at the time. The letter was received by one of her mentees, who ended up being who ended up coming to the college that I was at, Mrs. Arroyo, and I met with her there, who ended up going to IU. To me, that was because my path was directed step by step to where.
And it had to do with your purpose. It had to do with your destiny, if you will.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I can see that.
To me, that's a God moment. So God moments lead you from one step to another without you really.
Right.
Sometimes without you really being aware. Of it.
Yes.
But I think those are God moments.
I got you. Coincidences or God moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think about coincidences or God moments out there?
Yeah.
Do you believe in coincidence? Some people, like you said, some people don't.
Yeah, some people don't believe anything is coincidence.
Yeah.
Some people. We'd love to hear your take on that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe put in comments what a God moment you've had or moments you've had of coincidence that you feel like weren't God moments, but they were just a coincidence.
Yeah, they're just.
Or what you think the difference is.
Yeah, something that happens or what the difference is. I think that's kind of cool stuff to think about,
Yeah.
What God moments have you had in your life?
Well, similarly, it was kind of a little bit later in life, but when I was working for, it was Ameritech at the time, but before it became AT&T. And I was over this group of people. I became manager. I worked in the group and then became manager of the group. And I knew the work really well. I mean, it was very technical work, programming and anyway. But I knew it just because I had been there and I liked it. A lot of times when you like something, you become good at it. Not every time, but this particular thing I did, and I knew it. I loved it. I loved talking about it. I loved helping people. I led this, managers roundtable of managers all around the Midwest. I was like the chair, if you will, of that whole thing, and I just loved that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I loved the work. And then all of a sudden they said we're shutting it down in Indy, where I worked, in Indianapolis. We're shutting that section down and moving all that work to Detroit because AT&T had bought. The phone companies was consolidating again. So I was like, I'm not moving to Detroit. I mean, I don't even think we talked about it, but I don't think
you never considered me.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't even going to ask you about moving to Detroit because I don't want to move to Detroit.
Right.
Nothing against Detroit. If you're out there, praise the Lord, Detroit.
I've been to Detroit once. It was a good experience.
Yeah, I did. Well, several times when I was working for the phone company, I would travel to Detroit. But I just didn't want to move there. This wasn't the place I wanted to move. So anyway, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is, and you have the choice. You can find a job somewhere else in the company and move you have to find it wherever you fit in, get in where you fit in, or that's it. You're going to be off the payroll in like 90 days or whatever it was. So I was like, I didn't know what to do. So I was just like, Lord, you're just going to have to guide me. Well, the very next week, my boss said that there was another section that was hiring, but it happened to be engineering. And I'm like, I don't know anything about engineering. I did not go to Purdue. I just know the dude on the train or the lady on the train, that's the only engineer I knew. So he said, look, try it out. So I didn't even call. Before I could even call, the manager called me, said, I heard you were one of the people looking for a job. I was like, yes, so come over for an interview. I went over for the interview. She just starts telling me about how engineering works and what you would do if you came over here, and these are the hours and blah, blah, blah. So she told me all that stuff, and it was like I already had the job. So just, I guess for me, just sort of trusting that, saying, hey, Lord, you're going to have to show me something. And all of a sudden, there's a lot to this story I'm not telling. I even met my manager. I think this whole thing was like one long God moment. The way I met him, the way I got the job as a technician, the way I got the job as a manager over the technicians, and the way I got the engineering job, all was like one thing right after another that all led me to this engineering job that I had for almost 15 years or whatever it was, And so anyway, yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah. We missed that job.
Yeah, she misses that job.
AT&T, you want to give us a call? Give us a call?
You miss the money. She don't miss the job. She don't know anything about the job.
We miss it. We miss that good insurance. All you out there working for AT&T, hold on. You got a good thing.
Oh my goodness. Unless that's not what you're supposed to do.
Okay. I think that was pretty interesting. Okay.
It was long and windy. I've been talking a lot on this one. Be quiet. Let's move on.
Okay. Next segment. How do you really feel?
Yeah.
Good old COVID allowed us to start the semester 1 week late. So we didn't start until January. I think it was the 19th. We usually start around the 6th or so, something like that. So we had one less week of school. But right about now, it doesn't feel like one less week of school because we should be at spring break right now. But we are not.
But you are not.
And I am missing spring break.
Our daughter's on spring break.
Yes. Our high school did not adjust their schedule.
They have 2 weeks of spring break.
2 weeks of spring break. They have a balanced calendar. So they go to school almost all year round, which is horrible. But anyway, they do have longer breaks throughout the school year. So they get 2 weeks out for spring break. So she's, enjoying her spring break.
Yes, she is.
And my other school-age student that's living here, my nephew, he's enjoying his spring break for 2 weeks. But
You're not.
No.
Nope.
And the other college students in our family, no, we don't have spring break. And we are all suffering.
It's so terrible.
It's terrible.
Oh.
It's terrible. I think we should have just gone back to school at the regular time so we could have spring break.
Looking back.
Yes.
That's how you really feel.
That's how I really feel. We all need it. We all need a break.
Do you get out earlier or
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
We still go through the 1st of May,
Yeah.
So.
It's coming though.
It is coming.
You're going to be out pretty soon.
I need to get my hind parts in gear to write this paper.
Yeah.
So y'all lift up a prayer. Send prayers of organization my way. Yes, I'd appreciate it so much because, I just have random thoughts when I read and I just write things down. And then my teachers are like, that's not going to work. So I have to organize my thoughts.
You want me to write your paper for you?
Sure.
How you started out? To whom it may concern.
That's a letter.
Well, what is
Not a research paper.
I was in the library the other day. The library.
All right.
Well, how I really feel is my subject is about celebrity accountability. Now, everybody probably by the time this comes out is going to think I'm talking solely about the Kirk Franklin thing.
Well, we've had a lot of things. We've had the Meghan Markle
That's
and
what I'm
the
saying.
Prince. Yeah. What's his name?
Prince Charles. No,
Oh.
That's his son, Prince Harry.
Harry's the son.
Harry's the son.
Charles is the dad.
Yeah.
We had that come out, Kirk Franklin, and then I guess this is a social media guy.
I don't know who the guy is.
Derek something. I don't know his last name.
Derek
Jackson.
Johnson. It ain't Derek Brown.
I think it's Jackson.
What's up, Derek Brown?
He ain't watching.
No. He probably ain't watching. Derek Jackson. I don't know who it is.
I think that's his name, Derek Jackson. I don't know for sure.
Well, my thing is this. Years ago, I remember watching Charles Barkley, the great round mound of rebound basketball player, and kind of how he was on the court, sometimes, and he'd get some technical fouls or whatever. And I remember seeing him one day talk about how people would say, well, why do you do all that kind of stuff on the court? You're a nice guy, but on the court, you're a bad example and you're a bad role model. And he came out and said something to the effect of, I'm not a role model. Stop considering me a role model. Your parents should be your role models. And, he kind of absolved himself from that. And so there was a lot of controversy going back and forth on what he said because, on one hand, what he's saying is true. Really, we have all these celebrities as role models when really your mom, your dad should be your role model, and it's not up to them to raise you. Okay, so he had that point. And so that went on for years. And like you said, we see all these things now with the Kirk Franklin thing and, being exposed and whoever this Billy, what's his name? Derek, whatever he did, he did something, and whatever. So to me, here's how I really feel. I feel like I feel like I understand both sides of the coin, and I think people should just mind their own business. No. I don't think people need to come out and apologize for stuff Kirk Franklin cussing at his son, whatever he's supposed to be, the Christian. I heard Kirk Franklin curse 30 years ago, so.
Don't put his business out there.
I'm just saying it's out there. It's out there already.
Listen,
it's out there.
Listen, that was before his epiphany. What you talking about?
Well, the epiphany.
That was before he fell off the stage.
That was before he fell off the stage.
Yes.
And now he cursing before he fell off the stage, and he cursing after he fell off the stage.
But listen, we all got children out and lost in the woods.
You exactly
push us to the limit.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's why I'm not down. I ain't never gonna get on social media and say, "Oh, Kirk Franklin should have did this." First of all, mind your own business. Don't you have kids? If you got kids, then okay. you didn't said some things to your kids that you shouldn't have said or whatever. So all these people on social media talking about him, or even the Derek guy, who was it, Derek?
Derek something.
Derek something. He did wrong. He probably did. I don't know him, but I ain't. So what? He ain't in my marriage. This is my marriage. These are my kids. So why should I get on social media and get on a soapbox and a rant about how he's doing wrong? Who's the other person you said recently? Oh, the prince,
the queen.
And
whatever. They're talking about the queen, the family, the royal family.
I ain't got nothing to do with the queen. The queen to me was Aretha Franklin, so she gone. So I ain't got nothing to do with all the other stuff, the queen and the Meghan and the whatever. We worry too much. Worry about yourself. You ain't got nothing to do with these people. So that's on the one side. And on the other side, listen, if you a celebrity, don't be getting all upset when people start talking about, your business gets in the street and they start talking about you. You wanted to be a star.
You want to be a celebrity.
You want to be a celebrity. You want people to buy your records. You want people to buy tickets to your concert. You want people to buy tickets to your game. And you want to be on social media, but you want the good side of it. Okay? If you want that, everything comes along with it. Stop complaining. So I know I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, but everybody needs to just mind their own business.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody's complaining. Maybe Meghan and Harry complaining, but the other people not complaining. It's just funny to me. It's funny how they dealt with the situation. Like the Kirk Franklin situation. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, me neither.
The first thing I saw was Kirk Franklin apologizing.
Right.
And I'm like, why is he putting all his business on social media?
Right.
I don't know what he's talking about. So then that made me research why he was apologizing.
Right.
So then I found out. I was like, oh, well, that's what happened. But I think sometimes, if you just be quiet.
Be quiet.
just let stuff pass. The general public, we don't care that much.
Right.
I mean, you ain't giving us no money, so It ain't like the stimulus check, But yeah, I think, and for the Derek guy, now you guys, if anybody out there knows who he is and follows him, after the last video I saw of him talking about himself in the third person, acting like the person that he was talking about wasn't him.
Yeah, they committed the offense.
Yeah. If you still follow him, something's wrong. Something's wrong, because that's not mental stability. And if it is, it's extreme narcissism and great marketability, because he's trying to market his books. He's trying to sell books. If you dumb enough to buy the books, go on buy them. He deserve all your money. Give him all your money. Give him all your money. There you go. Yeah. Just like I ain't gonna say that. All right.
Don't say it.
I ain't gonna say it because I'm a good person.
Yeah. People just want to know everything. I understand the news, and we need the truth and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And I know, look, let's finish up, but let me just say this also. It's just like with the government, when stuff the CIA does, the CIA tracking somebody overseas or whatever. That don't need to be on the news. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Don't put it. In fact, don't put it on the news. Why you got to know? You don't have to know what they doing. That's what it's all about. CIA. That means secrets in action.
Secrets.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
And so
spell Jesus. You spell with a G. Mm-hmm. G-E-S-U-S.
Yes. It's G-E-E. Z-U-S. Jesus.
All right. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in today. And this has been Saving Us. Have a great week, guys. Bye.